Have you ever felt like you may be your own worst enemy? In this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you 7 signs that you may actually hate yourself. Listen to the end of this video because I'll be providing you with tools and tips on how to overcome that and begin to fall madly in love with yourself again. Welcome to Inspirations by Insight. On this channel, we'll bring you quality content on personal development, mindset, spirituality, and entertainment. Take a second. If this is your first time in our community, introduce yourself in the comment section. We always want to know those who are in our community every single week. Without much ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. And the very first sign that you may actually hate yourself is if you are constantly comparing yourself with other people and hating yourself because you feel like you don't measure up to what other people are doing. You hate yourself because you see them getting the results and you're not getting the results, or you'll see them getting the attention and you're probably not getting it, and you feel that you will never ever measure up. Franklin Roosevelt was the one that said comparison will always be the thief of joy. The second way is if you have the all or nothing kind of thinking. You're either freaking awesome or you're bad at it. There's no middle ground for you. If you find yourself feeling that there's no middle ground, and when you make a mistake, you just want to kill yourself completely because, oh my God, how could I have made a mistake? I just want to break the news to you. That would be you and the billions of people that are on the surface of the earth. Every single last one of us makes mistakes. You are not about to be an exception to that rule. The third sign that you may actually hate yourself is if you spend too much time feeling jealous of other people and their progress and what they're doing, and you spend too much time trying to put them down in order to make yourself feel good. Another sign that you actually may not love yourself is if you are constantly focusing on the negative things that have happened. Like 100 positive things could have happened in one day, and one bad thing happened, and all your focus is on that one thing that happened that was not so good. That is a sign that you may not actually love yourself. The next sign is that you find it difficult to take criticism. You take it personally. You feel like it's an attack on you and you cannot accept it. Now, there's a difference between constructive criticism and just someone just being mean. I don't mean someone just being mean, but when you're actually given constructive feedback, you find it difficult to accept it. Another sign that you do not like yourself, that is if you find it difficult to accept compliments. Someone says, hey, you look good. You're like, I just put a little thing on. You find it difficult to accept compliments. Do you do that? If you find yourself that you've ever done that before, start to practice it. When someone says something nice to you, don't rebut it. Don't come back, no quick comeback with something to say, well, you look good yourself. It's good to tell someone they look good if they really do good, look good and mean it genuinely, but also be able to say thank you and accept that compliment and let it rest. Let it be okay by just saying thank you. The next sign is that if you're always too hard on yourself, that used to be me. I said, I'm not patient with myself with mistakes. And I agonize to be perfect. I didn't know how to love myself, how to accept myself, because no one taught me that. And not only was I not taught that, I was taught to actually prefer others to myself. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I also ought to love myself. The next sign you may actually hate yourself is if you find it hard forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself for something you have done or something you didn't do. Maybe you made a mistake, and maybe that you embarrassed yourself openly. Forgive yourself. That would be you and many more people. Forgive yourself. Find grace. Give yourself grace. The same grace you give others. People offend you. There's no one in this world who someone has not gotten on their nerves, offended them. You have also given those people grace. So give yourself grace as well, because you deserve as much grace as you give to others. This can often be caused by some form of trauma, maybe childhood experiences. If you grew up in a critical home with angry parents, or just in a society where there was a lot of criticism of yourself, or you watch other people being criticized, that also could affect the way you feel about yourself, and you may not be able to embrace and accept yourself because that has never been taught, modeled, or it has been said to be being worldly or being self-conceited, and so you never really paid attention to yourself. All your energy was expended outwardly and never inwardly. It could also be that maybe you were bullied as a child. And here's what to do. One, start journaling. Because once you start journaling, it will help you to identify the patterns. It will help you see the patterns that you probably were not aware of, that they're repeating patterns that will show up when you start to journal. You'll notice that. And then secondly, spend time with positive people. Another thing you can do is meditation. Meditation helps a lot. You can also use mantras and affirmations. Talk back to that inner critic. Don't just let it run rogue in your brain telling you all these things. Speak back to it. If it says you're not going to do well, you never do well, you're not good at things like this, say, I may not be good right now, but I'm willing and open to learning, improving. I give myself permission to learn, make mistakes, and get better at it. I can get better at it. Don't just let it run amok in your brain. Have a response for it. And the last thing is self-compassion. Be compassionate with yourself. It's going to take some work. It's going to take effort. It's going to take a journey, a process. But you are on your way. You're not where you used to be. You are right and on your way. And if you need help and support with any of this, be sure to reach out. DM me. Send me a message. Send me a DM saying heal, and I will reach out to you. As usual, I always want to know what resonated with you from what I shared with you today. Leave me a message in the comment section. I always want to know how this has been of help to you. And if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button, subscribe to this channel, and share this content with anyone that you know who'll be blessed of it, because I'm committed to bringing you quality content 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Till we see you again, it's goodbye and God bless.